And good morning. Welcome into the Bank of Colorado Event Center and welcome into the Class 1A District 4 Volleyball Championships on the airwaves on 104.7 King FM and live video online, coloradopreps.tv. I'm Ben Blecka, joined by Michael Murphy. And Michael, this is one of those tournaments each and every year that you take a look at and go, this is going to be some good volleyball. And today we see number 1, number 2, number 4, and number 8 all battling for just 3 spots to get out of this district.
We talked about this with Coach Herbert a little while ago. The upper classifications now using the power rankings. Mm-hmm. So a classification like this, all 4 would probably go.
Absolutely.
3 would be seeded. The top 3 are going to be seeded. That 4th is going to be an at-large bid, but because of the power rankings, they are going to still get into the tournament.
Yeah.
They are going to have a lower seed because they didn't come out of the tournament, but they still get to go to the dance. And that's not the way it is. So we're going to lose one of the top 10 teams in the state today is not going to go to the state tournament.
There's no question about that, and that's why this tournament is oh so important. And we kick off our day the way we ended our day on Thursday with the Fleming Wildcats and the Caliche Buffs. Let me walk you through that match, Michael, because you didn't get the opportunity to see this live. Fleming won the first 2 sets, 26-24 and 25-18. Caliche then got a ton of momentum as they came out and they won the 3rd set 26-24, then the 4th 25-20. We went back and forth in the 5th. 17-15 was the final tally in favor of Fleming. That gave Fleming the right to not have to play back-to-back today, but they knew at that time they were going to be the 2 and 3 seed and have to meet each other again. I talked to both coaches before this. I said, do you change anything? They said, heck no. We're just going to go keep doing what we did when it ended at 17-15 in the 5th.
Exactly, and that's why it's going to be such an exciting day.
Yeah.
It's because we have 4 of the top 10 teams in the state today that we're going to be seeing. This is not slouch volleyball. This is championship volleyball.
We played 220 points in that 5-setter on Thursday night, one of the more spectacular matches I've ever seen. 463 attacks between the 2 teams.
That's just unheard of.
It was absolutely amazing. There was no free balls. I mean, yeah, there were free balls, but it wasn't like, they went 5 and they were constantly freeing the ball. There were attack after attack after attack. And when you look at the ball handling for these 2 teams, the digging total, the 2 teams combined for 294 digs in one match.
See, I'm just saying those are unreal numbers. Those are numbers you don't see at this level or at the high school level.
No, you don't see it.
You just don't see that at the high school level.
No, it was definitely a special match, and it's going to be a special match again today because they kicked the day off. Now, the way our schedule works out today, this match starts it off, followed by Weldon Valley and Pawnee. Then Pawnee has to play Fleming after playing Weldon Valley, maybe the toughest task.
Wow.
to ask a team to do. Then Caliche takes the court against Weldon Valley, then has to turn around and play Pawnee. And then Fleming and Weldon Valley wrap the day up as they did last year in this tournament. A little different this year with the California tiebreak because if we happen to have 3 teams tied at 2 and 1 or 3 teams tied at 1 and 2, we don't, I believe, and I was talking to athletic director in charge, Janie Smock, I don't believe they're going to play all the way out on that California tiebreak. Whoever would be the 1 seed in the California tiebreak would automatically
go.
Take that spot, either the 1 overall seed or the 2 overall seed, and then the 2 remaining teams will play. So we may not have that 1 extra set, but I mean, it's highly possible today in this one that these 4 teams rather, end up in a situation where there's 3 teams at 2 and 1 or 3 teams at 1 and 2.
Well, because you're the guru or the sports geek, I'm not sure which to call you. You have predictions for today. You've already told me that we'll probably get out of here around 9 o'clock tonight.
We got out of here at 9:45 last year, and that was after we tore everything down. We were on air for 10 hours and 12 minutes last year. Caleb Burgraff was with me last year. He drove down to Yuma, covered 3 volleyball matches, drove back up here, and was still back on air before our 3rd match was done. Cole Honstead and Kerry Sherman are down in Otis doing that same tournament today between Otis, High Plains, and Idalia. That's on KNEC 100.9 and can be seen online, coloradopreps.tv. And then we'll see Cole Honstead wander his way in here a little bit later on today.
Okay, I was on the way back from Eaton last night in Sterling and Eaton football, so I didn't hear what happened with the Akron stuff. So what happened with 2A last night?
The 2A District 2 volleyball tournament, you heard it on King FM and saw it on coloradopreps.tv last night. The Akron Lady Rams swept both Holyoke and Yuma.
That doesn't surprise me.
They will host next week with, I believe it's Lions and Holyoke coming in for that regional tournament for one guaranteed spot to state. Yuma's going on the road to Resurrection Christian as the 2 seed, and they will also have Dayspring Christian in there. That is a tough
pool right there.
For Yuma, it was huge for them to win that, because, or for any of those teams, because if you have to go Res Christian and Dayspring Christian are both in the top 12 of the 2A Freeman rankings. So they kind of have the feeling that even if we don't win, we're still going to state, kind of like the teams that come out of here. The 3 teams in this 1A District 4 tournament are going to have a great shot at getting to state regardless of the result in the district or in the regionals next week, because they are ranked 1, 2, 4, and 8, or 5 and 8, I believe, in the Freeman rankings. I think Fleming dropped down to 5 because they have fewer matches than one of the other teams on the West Slope that's already finished their district tournament.
I know you probably don't have time here, but for people that are just joining us, can you at least give them a quick synopsis of what a Freeman ranking is?
You know what the BCS is?
Yeah,
basically that. They factor in overall record, league record, strength of league, strength of schedule, and it produces a number. It's something that has been in the development probably for 6-7 years here in the state of Colorado, and it's used so that what will happen next week is the 8 district winners will host a regional, and the 8 winners of the regionals qualify for state. Of the remaining 16 teams that qualify for the regionals, next week 4 will be chosen based on those Freeman rankings, the top 4 remaining, to go to state.
To round out the 12 teams going to state.
Right, and this year at state, instead of 2 4-team pools, they'll have 4 3-team pools, same amount of matches, just a little bit different makeup, and what they're trying to do is give the opportunity for a team like a Fleming, Weldon Valley, Pawnee, or Caliche who would have gotten left home to get to state, even though the team that's going to get left home today probably still would make it to state based on the wild card rankings should they have qualified for regionals. So that's the overview of the Freeman rankings. I'll pull those up as the day goes along, try and give you an idea. As that wraps up our pregame show, we're going to take a break, and when we come back after the national anthem, we will meet the starting lineups and have opening serve 1A District 4 volleyball tournament action on this big-time small-town media production.
Here's a simple math problem. What's 1 + 1? 2, you say? Not at Bank of Colorado. Here, 1 + 1 add up to free, because our personal free checking and personal free collection give you twice as much free. You'll start with free checking, free online banking, free telebank access, free PIN pay, no service fees, and more. And when you add on, you'll get a free savings account, free appraisal with your next mortgage, and more. So if you're into free, apply today to open a new account by visiting bankofcolorado.com, where 1 + 1 equals free. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Wernsman Homes and Construction, LLC is an authorized Wardcraft builder. Wernsman Homes is a general contractor and can handle your building needs from an ICF foundation, remodel, or a brand new home. Contact Jerry or Cindy Wernsman at 970-265-4895 and let Wernsman Home do the building for you. Visit their website at www.wernsmanhomes.com and let Wernsman Homes be your contractor, now and in the future. 970-265-4895.
Paoli Farmers Co-op Elevator congratulates all area teams on their great season and accomplishments. Paoli Farmers Co-op Elevator is your premier marketing partner when you need assistance in marketing your agricultural products. Visit them on the web at paolifarmerscoop.com, or for more information, give Paoli Farmers Co-op a call at 774-7234 for marketing assistance.
Support of our area students and student athletes is paramount in their success. That's why Caliche Booster Club wants to invite you to support your local athletes and students in whatever town you're in. The Caliche Booster Club is proud to support the Buffs in all sports and all activities all season long. For more information on how you can become a member of the Caliche Booster Club, contact Caliche High School at 522-8200. And if you're not a Caliche Buff supporter, be a supporter of the area students and student athletes in your area. Your complete source for Northeast Colorado real estate is the brand new Vandenberg Realty, LLC. With more than a decade of experience in real estate in Northeast Colorado, Sam Vandenberg at Vandenberg Realty wants to help you find the right house that is for you. Or if you're selling, she wants to help make the selling process as simple and profitable for you as possible. Assisting all customers in Northeast Colorado, contact Sam at Vandenberg Realty by calling 970-526-6851. Vandenberg Realty, helping build the Northeast Colorado community.
Superior Fertilizer and Construction are proud supporters of the Caliche Buffs. They carry Hubbard feeds for all of your livestock needs. They are also a full-service ag dealer with dry and liquid fertilizer, anhydrous and Chemical Plus alfalfa and grass seeds. If you need a new pole building, give them a call. Same name, same location for 40 years. Give Superior Fertilizer and Construction a call today, 886-2161.
Big Tex, a name you can trust to build great trailers. Big Tex, the name behind quality, precise design, and depth of production line. Big Tex, where style does not get lost in the rugged construction of products. Big Tex, made to last, made to perform. Big Tex, with years of experience and Texas pride built into every product. When your Big Tex touches the ground, it's tested and warranted, ready to transport the job you have. Get your Big Tex trailer at Sterling Trailers. Call 522-2855. Get your DVD copies of the events you're seeing live online at BigTimeSmallTown.com. Hi, I'm Ben Blecka, owner, founder, and one of the talents of Big Time Small Town Media. Very glad you're enjoying the broadcast we're bringing to you live online. But don't forget you can have this broadcast whenever and wherever you want with a purchase of the DVD from Big Time Small Town Media. Go to www.BigTimeSmallTown.com. There you can check out all of the games that we've got from any past tournaments. We've been doing this for just more than a year, and Big Time Small Town Media is proud to be more than sports. We're community. You're looking for a used car, but you don't really trust those used car dealers. At Ertl Brothers Discount Auto in Sterling, trust is not an issue. At Ertl Brothers Discount Auto, every vehicle is fully inspected before it goes out on the lot, so you don't have to worry about buying that lemon. For your convenience of shopping, Ertl Brothers Discount Auto is available online anytime at ebautos.com. They understand that not everyone works 9 to 5, so they'll even set up private appointments to work with your schedule. Visit Ertl Brothers Discount Auto, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, Saturday, 9 to 4.
Everybody knows that when a great opportunity, like an iPhone, presents itself, you grab it. Somebody says they've got tickets to the big game and can't go, you grab the tickets. Somebody tells you that you can get an iPhone at a special price, you grab it. And it's true. For a limited time, Viero has iPhones for only $79.99. And we'll even pay your early termination fees up to $200 when you switch to Viero.
Welcome back into the Bank of Colorado Event Center. I'm Ben Blecka. Glad you've joined us here this morning. Michael Murphy on hand for the 1A District 4 Volleyball Tournament. We get set for the matchup. Let's meet our starting lineups. They're brought to you by Bob Mullendore and Daryl McCormick.
The starting lineups?
Yeah, but well, you get to do the Aflac Duck. How about that?
Oh.
Quack, quack.
Starting lineups today brought to you by Aflac. And the Aflac starting lineups by Ben Bleckett.
Starting lineups for the Fleming Lady Wildcats, the 2 seed. They'll be in their green jerseys today. Their starters will be junior Caitlin Bornoff, sophomore Sage Herbert, junior Janaea Daly, sophomore McCall Edel, sophomore Abby Kurtzer, senior Taylor King. Their libero is sophomore Megan Chintala. For the Caliche Lady Buffs, they will start freshman Jaden Lambrecht, senior Hannah Yon, senior Kaylee Lewis, sophomore Rachel Edler, junior Megan Pierce, junior Sammy Morgan. Their libero is junior Taylor Weingart. Head coach for the Caliche Lady Buffs is Jeanette Lambrecht. For the Fleming Wildcats is Derek Herbert. These two teams squared off in a fabulous 5-setter on Thursday to cap our day off. That might be part of the reason I was sick yesterday.
I was going to say, after hearing all those stats, maybe that's what happened to your tummy. I'm just saying.
What happened to my stomach is that I have abused myself for 12 years doing play-by-play. and my stomach finally decided it was going to rebel.
Can I say we got breakfast, we got volleyball, we got coffee. What else should we have? I mean, pretty much it's a done deal now.
Well, we're going to need lunch and dinner. We're going to.
Oh, that's right.
Long.
Okay.
You have coffee. I would like to point out I'm going without today.
That's right. Well, you do that. You've been doing that for quite a few years.
3.5 years I've been caffeine-free, yes. As the Caliche Lady Buffs on your video cast, ColoradoPreps.tv will be going left to right in this first set. The Fleming Lady Wildcats will be going right to left.
The Buffs dressed in black, trimmed in gold, and the Wildcats dressed in green, trimmed in white. And I'll tell you what, I'm excited about today.
The Caliche Lady Buffs started the season using a 6-2 offense with both Kaylee Lewis and Jaden Lambrecht as their setter. When they lost Shani Stump to the torn ACL and MCL, they switched over to the straight 5-1, using Kaylee Lewis as a DS, although she does do some setting from one position in the back row. The Fleming Lady Wildcats have used 4 different lineups this year. All of them have featured 2 setters, always in the back row. They are using Abby Kurtzer, who started the season as their outside, one of their outsides behind Taylor King, now as a right side hitter. And she had 11 kills on 15 swings and no errors in the match against Pete's on Tuesday. That was pretty special.
Wow.
A right side hitter doing that. Janaea Daly, the junior for Fleming, will start with the serve, and we will get ourselves underway on this Saturday morning. Just after 9 a.m. And Daly will line it down the middle. Fielded by Lewis, back row. Lambrecht sets down the middle. Sammy Morgan, big swing deep. Dug up back row by Megan Chintala. Bornoff near corner. King tips it over the block. Checked up by Lambrecht, front row. Morgan will set. Far side for Jan. Lefty tip over the top of the block. Popped up by Daly, back row. Set for a back row swing from libero Megan Chintala. Too big and out. Good job by Sammy Morgan to quickly adjust. A lot of teams freak out when the setter fields the ball in the front row. Serve will go to freshman Jaden Lambrecht for the Caliche Lady Buffs. She'll line it short far side. Diving dig out by Daly. Popped up by Herbert and a flat free over by Chintala. Checked up by Edler, back row. Set far side. Yawn. Big swing. Blocked at the net by Sage Herbert. And we're tied at 1. That'll hand the serve to Abby Kurtzer as McCall Edel comes in on the front row for the Fleming Lady Wildcats. Kurtzer will fly the serve down the near side, fielded by Edler. Lambrecht down the middle for Jan. She'll bang it off the block. Checked up by Bornoff on the front row. Running bump set up by Edel near side, and a free ball be played angle far side by King. Lambrecht bumps that far side. Jan cross shot near side. Nicely checked up by Daly, banging around in the rafters. King will get the play, and then Abby Kurtzer will free it over in short. Checked up by Edler, back row. Lambrecht underneath it. She'll back set near side. Jess Taylor, cross shot. Dug out by Bornoff. Back up onto the buff side. Taylor pops it back over. Short free by Abby Kurtzer, and Sammy Morgan tried to block it back down. It would not drop, and Fleming takes a 2-1 lead here in the first. Abby Kurtzer will take the serve once again, fly it deep. Popped up by Weingart, back row set up from Lambrecht to Taylor far side, miss hit near line. Checked up 10-foot line by Taylor. King for Fleming, back to King, near post, big shot, down and in for a kill. Fleming Lady Wildcats taking advantage of some miscues on the Caliche Lady Buff side here early. Abby Kurtzer will take the serve, and she'll line it down the near side. Popped up by Edler, back row. Lambrecht set back onto the Fleming side, and Taylor King got too cute. Set was intended for Sammy Morgan, who made a blocking error earlier. Taylor King makes a blocking error there, and the Buffs take the serve down 3-2. Sammy Morgan will line the serve down the middle, fielded by Janaea Daly, back row. Chintala sets near side, big swing, King down and in for a kill. Her second?
Yes. I'm just getting used to figuring out where they are on the sheet here. I'm not used to these names.
I kept stats and did play-by-play the other day, not to make you feel bad or anything.
Thanks.
I'm also a freak of nature. Line serve far side from Rachel France. Set down the middle. Taylor will bang it into the block of Timmy Keisel. Flat free back over by Jan. Popped up by Chintala. Back row near side King. Clipping the net cord. Popped up by Jan. Back set Lambrecht. Near side Taylor off the block. Kept up by Edel. France will set down far side for Edel. She'll float it deep. Popped up by Lambrecht. Taylor set far side. Jan, big swing, too wide and out. 5-2 in favor of the Fleming Lady Wildcats here in the first match of the championship pool. Rachel France will step back with a serve and line it down the middle. Fielded by Sammy Morgan, back row. Lambrecht sets it up for Taylor off the block of the net. Kept up by Pierce on the front row. And Lambrecht will free it deep. Checked up by Chintala. France toward the net. Short set. Timmy Keisel off the block. Kept up by Pierce, front row. Kept in play by Jan and a free deep by Jess Taylor. Back row check up by Chintala. Set near side. King, big swing through the block and down and in for a kill. Fleming is locked in right now.
That's her third kill.
Wildcats are the 6-time defending district champs of this tournament. As Rachel France will line it down the middle, back onto the Fleming side goes the dig from Morgan. Quick check back over after a block down for Fleming. Keisel down the middle. Timmy Keisel misses near line. Almost had to get my South Park on there. She missed by inches. Buffs will take the serve down to the Wildcats, 6-3. Hannah Jan with the serve. She'll line it down the middle. Fielded by Chintala on the back row. France back set. Far side King hammers it into the net. Taylor King's first hitting error of the match. Back-to-back hitting errors for Fleming. Lead cut down to 2, 10 points in. Hannah Jan will put the serve into the net. Didn't get her toss high enough. Taylor King will step back and take the serve. This is the risk-taking rotation for Fleming as King will line it down the middle. Popped up by Jan, back row. Lambrecht sets, far side Edler. Miss hits the ball into the net. Janaea Daly, the junior, has played right side until the last probably 3 or 4 matches for Fleming, being the outside hitter on the front row with Keisel and Edel on the front side. This is the most inexperienced front line Fleming has had. Lambrecht will set down the middle. Pierce hits it over the top of the block of Keisel. Diving dig out by King. Daly will turn and free it down the line. Popped up by Sammy Morgan, back row. Lambrecht sets down the middle. Pierce, big swing, near side. Dug out by King. France underneath it. She'll set it up. Near side free will come from Janaea Daly. Quick check back row from Morgan. Lambrecht back set near side. Taylor bangs it into the net. That being said, with the inexperience on the Fleming front line, this may be their best blocking rotation. Daly, Edel, and Keisel. Probably 3 of the top 4 blockers on this team. Line serve down the near line. Caught the line for an ace. Get a King with an ace.
I'm going all in.
9-4 timeout taken by the Caliche
baby.
Buffs. Absolutely. Regular season matchup between these two teams. We spent our pregame show focusing so much on the matchup on Thursday between Fleming and Caliche. It was a good one during the regular season as well. Fleming won in 4 at Caliche. And the last 2 sets of that one, 25-23, 28-26. So these two teams have played 9 sets against one another, and they have had 5 of those sets decided by 2 points.
That's amazing.
Very
can you say evenly matched?
Yeah, very evenly matched.
Well, with that kind of talent, it just comes down to who brings their A game today.
Yeah, and not even a day. I mean, every single point, it shows you how important the points are. It's actually 10-4, not 9-5 out of the timeout. They got it corrected on the board, and Edler will line it deep. Back row swing punched over the top of the block, and Chintala will get a kill as both Jan and Edler thought the other had it. So the score is 11-4. The officials consulted with the book at the timeout. And King will line the serve down the near side. Popped up by Morgan, back row, set for Pierce. Big swing through the block, down and in for a kill. Megan Pierce was very key for the team in getting to the 5th set on Thursday. Kaylee Lewis checks on. She'll serve for Caliche. Line it down the near side. Popped up by Chintala, back row. France sets it up for Janaea Daly. Big swing deep. Popped up by Morgan, back row. Lambrecht will set it far side for Edler over the top of the block, but too wide and out. So I think 5 or 6 hitting errors for Caliche already. Back to serve. Goes Chintala. 4. Line down the near side. Lewis to Lambrecht. Set over. Popped up by Daly. France far side. And the free ball over by Keisel. Checked up by Jan in the back row. Lambrecht sets. Far side Edler down the line. Off the block. Diving dig out by France. King will chase it down. And a free ball will be played over by Chintala, but too wide now. One of the volleyball oddities, Fleming is using their libero for their right side hitters as opposed to their middles.
Really?
Line served by Weingart down the middle, popped up by King, back row, set it up for Keisel. Rejected back by Sammy Morgan.
Wow.
She read the sophomore's hit well and cuts the lead down to 5. Both Pawnee and Weldon Valley in the house. They'll play our next match. Weingart with the serve, far side, fielded by Chintala, back row. Near side set, Abby Kurtzer, block, chicken wing, front row, King, flat, deep. Dug up by Lewis, back row. Set down the middle, Sammy Morgan, big swing. Nicely dug out by King, tipped over by Janaea Daly. Lewis will set, far side, and a free ball down the line by Jan. Checked up by Chintala, back row. France sets it up, Timmy Keisel. Timmy gets the kill. Caitlin Bornant and Sage Herbert come on for the Fleming Lady Wildcats. Bornant, who served very well on Thursday, will take the serve. She'll line it down the middle, fielded back row by Weingart, running bump far side, big swing off the block of the net by Morgan, tip back over, checked up by Bornant, flat free from the back row by King. Popped out backside by Weingart, back set down the middle for Morgan, big swing down and in for a kill. Is that her first kill?
Yep.
Wow. 13-8, Rachel Edler will get the serve. Fleming blocked her well on Thursday as well. Line down the middle, fielded by Chintala, back row, set near side. Abby Kurtzer, big line swing. They thought she was going cross, but the set kind of tailed in on her, and her only shot was line, and Caliche's defense didn't adjust. Good kill by Abby Kurtzer.
Pretty good front line standing there for the Fleming Wildcats right now.
Yeah. Short serve down the middle from Janaea Daly. Back set by Lambrecht, and at the net, the set will be blocked down by Taylor King. Very close to going over the net. 15-8 Wildcats here in the first.
I thought I would hear a whistle there.
Janaea Daly line far side. Lambrecht will set it up, and a free ball by Sammy Morgan will check onto the Fleming side. Down the middle attack from Sage Herbert on the second hit. Jan will set for Lambrecht. She'll go over the top of the block. Dug out by Bornoff. Abby Kurtzer sets near side. Taylor King pushing it down the line. That was close to a carry. Set far side. Jan big swing off the block. Elbowed out by King. Chased down by Janaea Daly, and a free ball over by Caitlin Bornoff. Popped up by Jan on the back row. Lambrecht will set down the middle. Sammy Morgan, big swing down and in for a kill. That's her second in a row, as Jess Taylor will come on for the Caliche Lady Buffs.
Coach Lambrecht fired up.
Yeah. There's been a couple opportunities for Caliche in this tournament where they really get some energy on that bench. Maybe the best energy team in this tournament. Set near side, Taylor King off the block. Nicely popped up by Jan on the front row. Lambrecht sets back to Jan far side. Rejected back. Abby Kurtzer and Sage Herbert there to get the stuff, keeping the advantage in favor of Fleming here in the first. Abby Kurtzer will step back and serve. Kurtzer lines it down the far side, popped up back row by Weingart, set it up, Jess Taylor over the top of the block, dug out by Abby Kurtzer far side. Bornoff will check it up near side, and Daly will try and free it over. Miss hit the ball, and that giveaway for Fleming will give Caliche an opportunity. But they've got to start taking advantage of it. They can't just keep trading side outs.
Chintala going to check back in on the back row for Fleming.
Sammy Morgan lines her down the middle, fielded by Janaea Daly, back row, Bornoff, 10-foot line swing for King, over the top of the block, pancaked out, and the diving dig crawls over, and off the line! Hannah Yon got to the ball far side, and it clipped the net and dropped on the line far side. Oh my God.
That was just amazing right there.
Sammy Morgan down by 5, 16-11. Line serve far side, fielded by Chintala, bump up, set near side, King off the block and got the kill. That's her fourth of the contest.
Wow. There's amazing. We're seeing amazing volleyball already at 9-something in the morning.
I don't like mornings. I'll get up for this. Serve fielded by the bus, far side, Megan Pierce, big swing down the middle. Popped up by Megan Chintala. France will set near side, King over the top of the block, dug out by Morgan back row. Line break sets, down the middle, swing for Pierce, off speed, dug out backside by Janaea Daly. Bumped up in a flat free over by Daly. Near side, checked out by Sammy Morgan. Set near post, Taylor off the block, down and in for a kill. Jess Taylor was the player they went to when they needed a big momentum swing on Thursday. She picks up her first of the match here. She had 6 kills, I think, in that 5-setter, and all 6 of her kills came within the final 5 points of a set.
Timely.
Jan with the serve. The southpaw puts it down the middle, fielded by Chintala. Down the middle, Timmy Keisel, her attack, dug out by Lambrecht. Jan will set, and a free ball. No one, an attack will be played by Lambrecht deep. Set near side, Taylor King, big swing, off the block, popped up by King near the line, and King will turn and angle it over. Popped up by Edler. Lambrecht will set back to Edler on the far post. Down the line, she goes and in for a kill. That whole play was set up by Taylor King misplaying a ball in the near line. She was a foot out of bounds when she played a ball. That's the first kill for Edler. Jan with the serve. She'll line it far side. Misplayed by King. Nicely chased down by Edel, so a free ball can come over from Chintala. Popped up back row by Jan. Set far side. Edler down the line. She goes and in the net on her swing. So 18-13. The serve goes to Taylor King, who got the run to get the lead for the Fleming Lady Wildcats. King will line the ball down the middle. Popped up by Jan back row. Lambrecht just trying to keep it in play. Does. Popped over by Daly, but then Jess Taylor trying to get over Lambrecht, who dove for that ball. Could not get there, and 19-13. King will line the ball down the middle. Misplay back row. Chased down by Jan, and a free ball come over from Jaden Lambrecht. Popped up backside by Taylor King. Herbert will set back onto the buff side at the net. The ball kept in play, crawls over. Edler keeps it in play, blocked over by Pierce. Free back over by Herbert. Checked up by Jan on the backside. Lambrecht will set near post. Jess Taylor, big swing toward the back corner. Dug out by Chintala, back row. France, back row swing from Taylor King. Angle deep, dug out backside by Hannah Jan. Set down the middle. Taylor crossing it. Better play was for Megan Pierce. Taylor played the wrap. Pierce played the angle, and they collided. Hitting air. 20-13. Jordan Nelson will check in for Jess Taylor.
I'll tell you what, this match right here has been better than a lot of the 3 and 4A teams I saw this year.
King will line the serve down the near side, fielded by Nelson. Set onto the far side, and Edler mishitting the ball. Played up by Daly at the 10-foot line. Back to Daly near post. She's blocked at the net. Chased down by King. Kept in play and tipped back over by France. Popped up back row by Jan, and then a free ball by Lambrecht will be played short. Popped up by Edel on the front row. France will set it up, and Keisel will free it down the line. Checked up by Jan on the far side. Lambrecht back, far post. Edler down the line. Off the block, got the kill. It's her second. On to serve will come Kaylee Lewis. Have you ever done 1,000 sit-ups?
No.
That's what I'm going to feel like at the end of the day. Lewis will line the serve down the middle, popped up by Chintala on the back row. Set it up for Keisel. Her attack hammer near line, dug out by Lewis on the backside. Lambrecht will set it up far side. Edler over the top of the block, dug up by Janaea Daly. France will back set far side for Edel off the block, clip checked up by Lambrecht. Jan will set it up for Edler, and the far side swing, too wide and out. Might have to take our shoes off to count the number of Caliche hitting errors right now.
4 for Edler.
21-14, Chintala serve, line down the middle, fielded by Jan, back row, set it up for Edler. She'll be rejected back, lift ball, stuff block by Timmy Keisel. 22-14 and a second timeout taken by Caliche. It's 2 stuff blocks for Timmy. It's not a bad start to the match for the Fleming Lady Wildcats. Caliche's hitting errors, far too many in this one, as you have those hitting errors, plus they have a service error. They have 7 hitting errors and a service error. There you go. They've given Fleming this lead. They're down 22-14.
And they've given them 8 points. Mm-hmm. It'd be tied.
It could be. It could be tied. I mean, you can't put yourself in this type of a position in any match of this caliber against a team of this caliber. Committing 8 hitting errors in a set. I mean, that's 2 sets.
We talked about bringing your A game today. And right now, although Caliche's playing well, they don't have their A game.
No, not at all. Fleming has brought their A game. Chintala will line the serve down the near side. Fielded by Lewis on the back row. Lambrecht will set it up for a wrap for Pierce over the top of the block. Popped up by Chintala, back row. Set near side. Janaea Daly, her attack banged off the block. Kept up on the front row by Pierce. Edler mishit the ball. It crawled the net cord and dropped. That was nearly her 5th hitting error of the match.
Centimeters between an error and a kill.
Yeah, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Weingart back with the serve for the Buffs. Fielded back row. France will set it over. Checked up by Lambrecht front row. Edler will set down the middle. Sammy Morgan put that off the face of Timmy Keisel.
So that's our first Revlon play of the day.
Wow, that went
facial
through the block, and you could see her head whip back like she'd gotten hit by a car. 22-16. Weingart will line it down the middle. Misplay back row by King, and Kurtzer will turn, hammer it deep, too deep and out. Bad receive always leads to a hitting error. Well, not always, but 99 times out of 100. 22-17. Weingart got her team within 5, caught the back line for an ace. King let that go. She was standing 4 feet in front of the back line. It was waist high. Derek Herbert stood up to call a timeout, and he got called off by his team on the floor. They said, no, give us one more. Weingart winds it down the middle, fielded by Chintala, back row, France near side. Abby Kurtzer banged off the block. Lambrecht will check it up high. Sammy Morgan will set onto the far side, and Jan will punch it over. Popped up by King, back row for Fleming. Keisel down the middle, cross shot, dug out by Lewis, back row. Lambrecht will set. Far side for Edler, a righty tip inside the block at the net. Abby Kurtzer checks it down, set down the middle. Sammy Morgan's attack, dug out by King, back row. France near side. Janaea Daly hammers it into the net. You've got to take this time out now. Lead's been cut down to 3. And Derek Herbert's going to take the timeout. He got called off by his team and wanted one more chance to try it on the floor, and now he's got to say, I don't care if you want one more chance. We got to talk.
Are you done?
Oh, no.
You want to take a breath?
I do occasionally.
Wow, what volleyball. I got to tell you, looking at the 2A, 3A, 4A all year on the front range and with Sterling, and there were a lot of matches that weren't even close to this right here.
You get great even matchups. I mean, these teams, well, Fleming proved it. Fleming played Sterling this year, who in the Max Prep Freeman rankings is in the top 5. And they took him to 5. Yeah. So that is a 1A to a 3A team in Fleming, to Sterling. That shows you how good this Class 1A level is, especially this 1A District 4. And 1A District 5 is very good this year, too.
You take Akron out of the mix, these teams are as good or better than the 2A teams.
Caliche finished second in the Lower Platte League. The only league loss they had,
Akron. Exactly.
22-19. Serve will go short from Weingart and kept up by France, and a free ball over by Daly after a nice pancake. Popped up by Jan. Lambrecht sets down the middle. Sammy Morgan hammers it into the net. Keep playing the ball, and you will get success. Good job never giving up by Rachel France at the net on that line dig out of the net.
Well, you're just seeing nothing going to the floor. Nothing drops here.
23-19. Caitlin Bornoff on to serve. She'll take it, line it deep. Misplay by Lewis. Back row. It was going out. Weingart chases it down, and Lewis from behind the back line will play it over. Popped up by King. Bornoff set far side. Abby Kurtzer hammers it into the net. Never give up again.
What a great play by the Buffs. What hustle.
Both teams.
I mean, every point you're seeing something that's amazing.
Rachel Edler will take the serve. 23-20 Fleming. Fielded back row by Chintala. Bornoff sets. Near side Abby Kurtzer tips it over the block. Diving dig out by Lambrecht. Morgan will set in a flat free play down the line by Jan. Popped up by Chintala. Back row. Bornoff sets. Far side Abby Kurtzer pushes it down the line. Flying dig out by Weingart, and she'll get the kill. Set points for the Fleming Lady Wildcats.
It's only Abby's second kill. That's telling you that nothing drops. It just doesn't.
Back to serve will go Janaea Daly. Daly hits it into the net. So one staved off on an air. Jess Taylor comes in. 6 kills in the 5-setter against Fleming on Thursday, all of them coming in the final 5 points of a set. I'd say we're there.
You think?
Lambrecht will fly the serve down the middle, popped up by Chintala back row. Bornoff sets it over, diving dig out by Edler, kept up, but the dive hit the antenna in the net and is out, and the first set goes to Fleming, 25-21. We'll take a break, we'll come back, and we're going to have more great volleyball after this. It's the 1A District 4 Volleyball Tournament, a big-time, small-town media production.
Everybody knows that when a great opportunity, like an iPhone, presents itself, you grab it. Somebody says they've got tickets to the big game and can't go, you grab the tickets. Somebody tells you that you can get an iPhone at a special price, you grab it. And it's true. For a limited time, Viero has iPhones for only $79.99. And we'll even pay your early termination fees up to $200 when you switch to Viero. All that and coverage you can count on. So hurry into Viero today. Your iPhone is here. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
One of the benefits of being a Premier Farm Credit borrower is having the opportunity to share in the association's profits. Since 2001, Premier has paid out over $26 million in patronage dividends. Call us if you want to be part of a local, member-owned and controlled cooperative that understands agriculture. We offer interest rates competitive in the marketplace, and our board of directors is committed to a patronage dividend program. Premier Farm Credit, the gold standard in ag lending.
Playing sports takes planning. Our day-to-day lives take planning, but we're not all prepared to plan for all aspects of our lives. That's why we have to rely on people like Joel Nelson at Nelson Financial to help us plan for our retirement. Plan and invest in your best interest without compromise. At Nelson Financial, the only certified financial planner in the area, Joel can't help you out unless you call 970-521-7800. Nelson Financial. Better to plan and not need it than need it and have not planned.
With more than 30 years in business, Pro Sports is the only place teams need to go to outfit for this season. A complete supplier of team athletic apparel, teams get their uniforms and equipment at a team discounted price. Outfit your team with Pro Sports, located in downtown Sterling, but a proud supplier to teams from all across Colorado. Pro Sports offering team discounts. Call now, 970-522-8545, and outfit your team today. Pro Sports, your team source.
And welcome back into the Bank of Colorado Event Center. We head to set number 2. Fleming taking the first set, 25-21. I would like to point out this handy-dandy predictor sheet.
Yeah.
I had 25-23 in the first set.
Well, you're off by 2.
I'm off by 2. It's a terrible day.
Where's your hand? Let me slap your hand.
Bad
guru. Bad bid.
Great volleyball action all day today. First of 6 matches for 3 teams to move out, and we'll be tracking.
Well, I got to tell you, Caliche, a little shaky in set 1, but had momentum coming into the end of that match. I'm expecting the second match might go extras.
It definitely could. There have now been 10 sets played between these two teams this year, and 5 of them have been decided by 2 points
or less. And I think this is going to be one of those right here.
Teams will switch sides, and Caliche will go right to left and start with the serve here in the second. You can track scores on coloradopreps.com as well. We'll be doing that today. Popped up back row by Chintala, set it up, and the lefty hit over by Sage Herbert. She's not a southpaw. Set near side, a southpaw Hannah Yon. Her attack dug out by Janaea Daly. Back set near side, Abby Kurtzer rejected back by Hannah Yon. Kept in play and then chip free back over by Chintala. Popped up by Lewis, set it up near side. Yon down the line, diving dig out by Chintala. Popped up by Abby Kurtzer and a flat free play deep by Taylor King. Popped up back row by Edler. Back set slide far side. Sammy Morgan cross shot, dug out by Bornoff back row. Bumped up in the attack over by Janaea Daly. Checked up by Yon. Tip set over by Sammy Morgan. Popped up far side, Janaea Daly, elbow dug up back row by Weingart. Set near side, Yon, her attack over the top of the block. Pancaked out by Chintala, but then it dropped.
Wow.
First point of the second set goes to Caliche.
I've only got Yon for 2 kills. Does that tell you what the digs are doing?
We don't have enough ink in our pens to track digs. Serve down the middle from Edler, popped up by Janaea Daly, far side. Onto the Caliche side goes the set. Now, the official is going to talk to the line judge. The point will go to Fleming as the set went over, and Jaden Lambrecht tried to play the ball, and it went out off of her. So 1-all, Janaea Daly with the serve. She'll line it down the near side, popped up by Lewis back row. Jan will set it up for Sammy Morgan. Her attack clips the block at the net and gets the kill. Might be the shortest point these two teams have played today.
I was going to say.
It's her third. Jaden Lambrecht will step back to serve.
These rallies are what make you feel like you're doing setups.
Line down the middle. Popped up back row by Megan Chintala. Set far side. Taylor King, big swing, too big and out. Caliche started doing that in the third and fourth and fifth sets on Thursday, pulling the block down against Taylor King, almost playing 5 back and saying, hey, you're going to have to put it down and not on the back line. Serve flied short, set near side. Abby Kurtzer over the top of the block, popped up by Edler. Taylor will set it up down the middle for Sammy Morgan. Clips the block at the net, and it goes down. 4-1 goes Caliche here in the second.
Was that Sammy?
That was Sammy. That's her fourth. And Jess Taylor comes up with another assist. That right side can do just about everything. Line down the near middle, popped up by Chintala, set up by Barnoff, far side King. Big swing, clips the block of the net, chased down by Edler, back row. Running bump set up by Lambrecht. Near side, Jan bangs it down the fronts of the block at the net. We get our first roof of the day.
Roof it.
5-1 on Edler's third kill.
I'm sorry, that was Edler, that was 5, sorry.
Or was that Jan? Maybe
I thought it was Jan. It was 3 for Jan.
It just happened a few seconds ago. I don't remember. Abby Kurtzer bangs the ball off the block at the net and gets a kill for the Fleming Lady Wildcats and gives herself the serve. It's her third. Kurtzer, serve, wide, far side, and out. Fleming's gone one and done on their serve both times here in the second.
2 serving errors on the day for Fleming.
Sammy Morgan steps back to serve for the Buffs. She'll line it down the middle, popped up by Janaea Daly, back row. Bornoff will set it up for Sage Herbert, angle far side. Chased down by Lambrecht. Taylor will set down the near side for Hannah Jan. Pops it off the block and gets the kill. It's her fourth timeout taken by the Fleming Lady Wildcats. We get to have a duck appearance here in the second.
Of course, you know, all of this brought to you by your representatives at AFLAC. 522-2309. Don't just sit around and be sick. Give them a call at 522-2309.
Daryl McCormick joining Bob Mullendore now.
And I tell you, last night, the duck was frigid.
Yes, you had...
he was frigid.
Yeah, you had a fun night last night. Out in Eaton, wind chill of 20.
Yeah, I got to tell you that the Sterling Tigers played a whale of a game last night against the number 1 team. It was 21-20 going into the third quarter, and
then Eaton did what Eaton does.
Eaton did what Eaton did in the second half, but Sterling with a really good showing. Got 26 points against Eaton. That's a pretty good showing.
Both these schools' football programs won their cross-divisional rounds last night relatively easily. Serve out of the timeout for Caliche. Gets a Taylor King swing, far side, popped up by Taylor. Pierce will jab it back down, dug out by Herbert, and then free back over by Chintala. Diving dig back over by Edler. Popped up back row by Janaea Daly, far side King, swing near side, and in the net went the Caliche block.
It was Megan Pierce they got.
On to serve will come Rachel France. France punches the ball down the middle, popped up by Sammy Morgan, back row for Caliche. Set far side, Hannah Jan went right-handed down the line. She's a southpaw. King will turn and pop it off the block and get the kill. Second hit swings always throw teams off, especially blocks. That's how Taylor King got her 5th kill. Rachel France will line the serve far side. Popped up by Jan, back row, set Taylor down the middle. Big swing. She's going to get a kill as the ball goes off. No, she's not. Off the basketball backboard, and the free ball come back over. It stayed in play. Lambrecht sets for Jan, banged off the block. That one will go down. The ball went off the dig and off the backboard of the basketball hoop that is pulled up.
And they still played it.
Where it stayed on the same side and it did not hit the back wall, it technically is still in play.
Most teams wouldn't get that, though.
Jan lines it down the middle, popped up by Chintala, back row. Short set, Timmy Kaiser, cross shot, far side, popped up by Lambrecht. Taylor sets near side, Edler, big swing down the line. Dug up by Chintala, back row. France set, far side, King, big swing off the block, kept up by King. France will back set near side, McCall, Edel, cross shot, down and in for a kill. Great play by Rachel France. She'd been going over. She threw it behind her head, and there was only a single block in front of McCall Edel, and she gets her first kill. Buffs up 8-5, Wildcats with the serve. King puts it far side, popped up by Taylor, set down the middle, Megan Pierce, big punch deep. Dug up by King, back row, France, far side, Janaea Daly, arcing over the block, diving dig out by Morgan, swatted down by Keisel. Lambrecht to go back far post, Taylor, cross back near side. Dug out by Chintala, back row, punch into the block of the net of Pierce, cleared free back over by Fleming. Lambrecht set near side, Edler, big swing off the block of the net. Lambrecht keeps it up, Edler will return the set far side, and then Taylor will free it down the line. Popped up by King, France underneath it, Keisel, big swing near side, dug up by Jan, back row. Lambrecht sets it up for Edler, punches it over the top of the block of the net. Popped up by Janaea Daly, set near side, McCall Edel off the block, and it'll get the kill. It's 2 in a row for McCall.
Can you take a breath? There we go. Okay.
The breathing muscles hurt. 8-6, Taylor King will line the ball far side. Popped up by Taylor, set down the middle for Megan Pierce. Off the block at the net. Ball popped up. Lambrecht setting it over. Cleared back deep by Daly. Free back over by the Cats. Set down the middle for Pierce. Her attack rejected back. Timmy Keisel getting the stuff block down. Caliche takes the timeout.
Keisel's third stuff block of the match.
First of 6 matches today. We've been playing over a half hour already, and we're only at 8-7 in the second set.
9 o'clock may be generous.
It was a long one last year. We didn't have a single sweep in this championship pool last year. And I think the competition gap is even closer this year than it was last year. Fleming came in as the clear favorites into this tournament last year. And Weldon Valley has come in as the favorites, but by no means is it clear.
No, I think any one of these 4 teams can take this.
Yeah, there's no doubt that any of these 4 teams can advance out. I mean, no disrespect intended for Pawnee, but I think that 3 of these 4 teams could win this. Pawnee's got an awful tough road to hoe as they've got to play Weldon Valley and Fleming back-to-back. That's the only reason I say I don't know that they can win this one. That being said, I didn't think they could get out last year, and they did.
And they did.
Timmy Keisel blocked at the net by Megan Pierce. Free back over by Fleming. Lambrecht will set it near side. Edler, big swing into the net, not into the block. That was a hitting error. And we're tied at 8. It's the first time in the matchups in this tournament between these 2 teams that the team that took the timeout did not win the ensuing point.
4 hitting errors on Ed. Oh, wow.
Then an ace for Taylor King as she floated it in front of Jess Taylor. Onto the floor is going to come Jordan Nelson.
That's Taylor's second ace of the match.
The senior has Fleming up 9-8. King clips the net cord. Diving dig out by Jan. Running bump set up by Lambrecht. Near side Edler. Over the top of the block. Dug out by Janaea Daly. Set far side. Big swing. Daly off the block and gets the kill. The juniors may be the most improved player on this Fleming team as this season has progressed. Her third kill. She wasn't even in the starting lineup at the beginning of the year. 10-8. King will line it far side. Popped up by Nelson back row. Set near side. Edler off the block of the net. Popped up by Pierce on the front row. Jan will set for Edler again. Tips it over the block. Diving dig out by France. Stuff back down by Pierce. Back onto the Fleming side. And a lift ball on Nelson trying to keep it up on the front row. 11-8. This is now a 7-0 run for the Fleming Lady Wildcats. Taylor King steps back to serve. King hammers it deep. Taylor, the target, keeps it up and can't get it over on the third.
That ball was out. Had she let it go, I think that ball was out. But it was right at her.
Nelson's going to come back in, trying to find that right side defensively. That's where Fleming is targeting. They'll go right at Nelson. She'll pop it up, set up by Lambrecht, and to Pierce down the middle. She'll arc it deep. Popped up by Chintala, back row, set it up. Keisel, cross shot near side, dug out by Jan, back row. Set near the net. Edler will push it down the line, dig back on to the Caliche side, pop back over by Edler. France will set for a back row free from Taylor King. Short diving dig out by Edler. Lambrecht will set at the net. Pierce banged off the block. Punch back over by Keisel, kept up by Nelson. And then the tip by Pierce is blocked down by Timmy Keisel. 12-8. That's 4 stuff blocks for Timmy Keisel. 13-8.
Wow. Wow. What else do you say?
King will line the serve far side. It was going out. Jordan Nelson got out of the way, and senior Hannah Yon ran over to play that ball. And it was a good 3 feet long. Second timeout by Caliche as this run is now 10-0.
Yeah, Coach Lambert not in a good space right now.
You know how you can never write off Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots,
exactly.
No matter how much you want to?
Yeah. I want to, by the way.
I so want to. I want to see Bill Belichick end up in jail for something. I don't know what.
Exactly.
And I don't like Tom Brady either.
He's crooked.
Well, I like the Fleming Wildcats, and that's exactly who Fleming is. When you need to win, Fleming finds another level.
They do, and it's a synergy. It's whatever you want to call it. It's a culture. It's a culture.
It is.
That they have built there.
It's the same culture the Caliche both Caliche programs have in basketball.
Exactly.
Girls
it's a
and
culture.
boys, it is a culture that they've got there, and Fleming Volleyball has that culture. It's why they can pull off 10-0 runs like this and make it look effortless. With the serve is Taylor King. Line down the middle, fielded by Sammy Morgan. Out of the net goes Lambrecht, and Nelson would have been a 4-hit violation. She was going to free it, or she was going to set it up, but she should have freed it. 11-0 run.
That'll get her a trip back to the bench.
They'll go right at Jess Taylor. Misplay back row. Popped up down the middle. Pierce over the top of the block. Popped up by King back row. France set far side. Janaea Daly banged off the block of the net. Popped up back row by Lambrecht. Running bump, and the attack will be hammered deep by Pierce. Set back row for a swing from King. Diving dig out by Lambrecht, and Pierce will tip it into the block. Edler keeps it up. Lambrecht underneath it, far side. Jess Taylor, her attack, too big and out. 12-0 run. No timeouts. There's only 2 players on that bench that haven't seen the floor, and neither of them are rights. King will line the ball down the middle, popped up, back row, set down the near side. Edler with the swing off the block of the net, popped up by King back row. France sets it over. Kumbaya. Everybody's singing around the campfire. 17-8.
I thought I was the only one that used that.
Oh, no. Cole likes s'mores better. I like music. Short serve, down and in for an ace. Everybody watching again. 18-8, a 14-0 run. Here comes Leanna LeBlanc, her first postseason action.
3 aces for King.
LeBlanc is going to come in for Hannah Yon.
Well, you got to find some way to break this momentum.
Yeah.
And it's just not happening. They wanted to know who the captain was.
As Jan is the captain. Serve line down the middle, popped up by Lambrecht, and a free ball over by Morgan. Line near side, popped up by King. France will set it up. McCall Edel with the attack, banged off the block of the net. Popped up by Keisel on the front row. France set far side. Janaea Daly banged off the block. She'll free it back over. Kept up by Pierce. Lambrecht will set down the middle. Pierce with the attack, blocked at the net. Chased down by King after being kept up by Pierce. She'll free it back over in near line. Popped up by Chintala, back row. Set it up. Keisel tips it far side off the face of Taylor on the dig, and Shaylin Johnson's going to check in for Rachel Edler.
I know this can't be right, but that's only the second kill I have for Timmy Keisel. She's got 4 blocks, stuff blocks.
15-0 run. Taylor King lines a serve near side and finally ends it on a service error. Kaylee Lewis is going to come on for Jess Taylor.
Something big going to happen if I'm going to be correct that we're going to go extras in the second set.
19-9, Lewis will line the serve down the middle. Popped up high, back row, set up for Janaea Daly over the top of the block. Popped up by Shaylin Johnson, back row, set for Shaylin Johnson near side, tipped over the block. Popped up, block in, no attack in the net. And Megan Chintala will get the serve. Chintala lines the ball down the middle, popped up back row by LeBlanc, set it up, and the attack from Shaylin Johnson deep. Dug up backside by Taylor King. Attack Janaea Daly over the top of the block and down. That's 4 kills for the junior. 21-9. Fly serve short from Chintala, popped up by Lewis, back row, set down the middle. Megan Pierce, big attack, dug out backside by Chintala. Set for Timmy Keisel, big swing. Hammered deep, dug out back row. Set near side, and outside the antenna goes Shaylin Johnson's attack, 22-9. Short serve down the middle, popped up by Sammy Morgan, back row. Lewis sets it up for Lambrecht. Big swing off the block, diving dig by Janaea Daly. Ball chased down and a free ball by King, played over in short, popped up. Back row by Leanna LeBlanc. Set near side, Shaylin Johnson arcing it deep. Ball dug up back row. Back set near side, Abby Kurtz a cross shot. Dug up by Lewis backside. Popped up on the front row, and Lambrecht will flat free it over. Dug out by King, back row. Short set down the middle. Keisel big swing off the block. Popped up high. Out of the net, Pierce will tub it back down. Free back over by Fleming. Lambrecht will set to Pierce, far side. Her attack into the net. Otis Lady Bulldogs beat Idalia in the first match down in the 1A District 5 tournament, 25-11, 25-9, and 25-10. Otis defending state champs, although they have pretty much an entirely new roster. Pierce will bang the ball off the block at the net and out. Get the kill. Hand the serve to Taylor Weingart, the libero, down 23-10. The biggest differential in a set between these two teams this season is 25-16. Serve played backside, swing by Kurtzer off the block at the net, and a free ball played over by Sammy Morgan. Bumped up by Keisel. Janaea Daly with the angle attack near side, dug out by Leanna Blanc. Back row, set, free ball played over by Kaylee Lewis. Popped up backside by Taylor King, set it up. Timmy Keisel banged off the block of the net. LeBlanc pops it out backside, set near side. Shaylin Johnson rejected back by who else? Timmy Keisel. 5 stuff blocks in the match. 24-10 for Fleming to go up 2-0. Wrong button there. There we go. Kaylin Bornoff back to serve. Bornoff lines it down the middle. Popped up by Lewis. Set by Lambrecht near side. Morgan, big line shot. Missed the line. 25-10. Fleming takes the second. Well, if Caliche's going to be able to force it to 5 and win their opening match of the day, they're going to have to find consistency. Fleming is in control. 2-0. Back in 2 minutes on this big-time small-town media production.
The South Platte Sentinel has been serving Sterling and Logan County for more than 25 years, and they're proud to do it with accuracy, efficiency, and the most comprehensive local news, sports, and opinion you'll find anywhere. The South Platte Sentinel is available every Wednesday on your doorstep or online anytime at southplattesentinel.com. You can also check out the latest news and updates anytime on Facebook. Just visit the South Platte Sentinel Facebook page. The South Platte Sentinel, a proud supporter of Logan County.
For certified windshield repair and replacement, you already know to call Smart Parts in Sterling. But what about grill guards, running boards, and other truck accessories, such as BW hitches and 3M clear protective coating for any vehicle? Smart Parts has what you're looking for. Ask about the Vortex system, used for sprayed-on truck liners to protect your truck bed from wear and tear while enhancing the beauty of your truck. For these and other services, see Smart Parts at 530 6th Avenue in Sterling or call 522-5399.
Superior Fertilizer and Construction are proud supporters of the Caliche Buffs. They carry Hubbard feeds for all of your livestock needs. They are also a full-service ag dealer with dry and liquid fertilizer, anhydrous and Chemical Plus alfalfa and grass seeds. If you need a new pole building, give them a call. Same name, same location for 40 years. Give Superior Fertilizer and Construction a call today, 886-2161. Paoli Farmers Co-op Elevator congratulates all area teams on their great season and accomplishments. Paoli Farmers Co-op Elevator is your premier marketing partner when you need assistance in marketing your agricultural products. Visit them on the web at paolifarmerscoop.com, or for more information, give Paoli Farmers Co-op a call at 774-7234 for marketing assistance.
We're in And welcome back into the Bank of Colorado Event Center. I'm Ben Blecka.
On oxygen. Doing well.
I am on oxygen. I don't even have a heating pad on my stomach.
Yet. You're doing really good.
I didn't even bring one today, so there will not be one on my stomach today. Which is good news because we've got a lot more volleyball to go. 25-10 that second set, though, for the Fleming Lady Wildcats.
Same starting lineups here for set 3.
They found another switch, just flipped it, man. Janaea Daly will get the serve for Fleming, going right to left here in the third. Daly will punch it down the middle, popped up back row by Weingart, set for Sammy Morgan, big swing off the block, ball chased down, far side by Janaea Daly, set it up for King, she goes over the top of the block, popped up back row by Edler, Lambrecht will set, far side Jan, punched off the block, kept in play, and Lewis will free it over in short. Abby Kurtzer will set down the middle. Over the top goes Sage Herbert. Popped out by Edler right into the block of Taylor King. That's the difference in this game right now. Fleming's block at the net, they're throwing two up every time that somebody goes up for Caliche. Far side set, Hannah Yon, 2 up, stuff blocked down by Abby Kurtzer. They didn't do that. They were throwing solos up against Caliche in the 5-setter on Thursday. It's 2 stuff blocks for Abby Kurtzer as Janaea Daly with the 2-0 lead lines it down the middle. Popped up back row by Weingart, set it up in the cross attack, too wide and out. You throw blocks up in front of the offense, and then the offense starts overhitting the ball.
Yeah.
Line serve short, ball popped up back row. Set up in the big swing, far side, down and in for a kill for Sammy Morgan. That's 5 kills for Sammy Morgan. Line serve down the middle from Lambrecht. Popped up back row. Bornoff sets it up for King. She's blocked to the net. Popped up on the front row by Sage Herbert. Set far side. Abby Kurtzer over the top of the block. Popped out high at the net. Joust stuffed down by Taylor King. 3 kills for Taylor King. Short serve by Abby Kurtzer near side. Popped up back row by Edler. Tipped over the top of the block by Taylor. Checked up by King. Bornoff set near side off the net. 4-hit violation. If this Fleming team played Akron, they could take them to 4 or 5.
Yeah. This team this morning.
This team this morning. I've not seen this team this morning this year, and I've seen Fleming a lot this year. That'll be an ace for Sammy Morgan. Cut the lead down to 1, 4-3 here in the third. 2-0 lead for Fleming.
Back against the wall for Caliche.
This team's been there a time or two this year. Line down the middle for Sammy Morgan. Popped up back row by Janaea Daly. Bornoff sets it up for King off the block and net. Elbowed out back row by Sammy Morgan and a free ball over by Lambrecht deep into the Cat side. Popped up by Chintala. Set up down the middle. The attack by Herbert off the block. Popped up high. Lambrecht will set down the middle. Pierce banged it off the block. Checked out backside by Janaea Daly. Set far side. McCall Edel with the attack off the block. Out of the net. Herbert keeps it up and a lift ball by Herbert trying to keep it up. Was the right call there.
Good call.
4-all, and Sammy Morgan goes back to serve. Sammy puts it into the net. You get an error on your opponent, the last thing you want to do is commit an error.
Pet peeve.
Yes.
The record I had this year was Sterling and Platte Valley 4 service errors in a row, 2 apiece.
France will line the serve down the middle. Popped up by Jan. Set for Taylor over the top of the block. Popped up by Chintala back row. France setting back onto the buff side, but in the net went just Taylor trying to stuff it down. That's a tough ball to play because it's a 50-50 if it's going to come over or not. 5-4 Cats. Rachel France with the serve again. She'll line it down the middle. Popped up high back row. Set onto the near post. Big swing. Angled far side by Lambrecht. Checked up high and a free ball will be played over. And short, checked up. Nope, let go wide far side, and the Buffs will take the serve. Back to serve goes Hannah Yon. She'll fly it down the middle, popped up by Chintala back row, set it up. Keisel, big swing, rejected back by Megan Pierce. Pierce had 6 stuff blocks in the match against Fleming on Thursday. That's her first of this match. In the third, tied at 6, 2-0 in favor of the Fleming Lady Wildcats. Fielded by Chintala, back row, set far side, big swing, King. Ooh, missed the line. I'll trust her. She's a good official.
I like that.
And she answers my rules questions.
I like that. See?
I'm wearing black, she's wearing white, so she's official. Line down the middle, popped up back row. Set up in the over the top of the block of the net goes McCall Edelball. Popped up back row. Set far side. Edler with the swing down the line and off the face of Rachel France. That's 2 balls off faces today.
Couple of Mary Kays. I like that one.
1. Jan with the serve. 8-6. Fielded back row. Stuffed back down by Pierce. She was close to being over the net and cradling that ball. 9-6, a 5-0 run for Caliche and a timeout by Derek Herbert.
Timeouts, of course, brought to you by your Aflac representatives and
Bob Mullendore and Daryl McCormick.
Why am I forgetting those names?
I know them because Bob grew up with my dad, and Daryl McCormick, Daryl's Daryl.
Daryl's Daryl.
Yes.
Daryl and Bob. Want to give them a call if you heard her, 6-522-2309. Oh, there he is over with the cat.
I have to say that Wildcat has got some moves.
Got some moves. I always heard white cats couldn't dance, but I guess so.
9-6 in favor of Caliche. The Wildcat got into a worm-off with Danielle Ronaldo in this tournament
Oh, I
last
gotta
year.
like that.
We even got it on video. We have video again this year, coloradopreps.tv. Go watch it.
You can also buy a DVD. Get on to www.bigtimesmalltown.com.
I guess the boss should do his job and get the DVDs up there, huh?
I'm just saying. You can buy them.
Serve will come from Anna Yon down the middle. Popped up by Chintala back row. Set it up for Keisel. Tipped over the top of the block. Pancaked out by Edler. Punched over by Pierce. Popped up back row by Chintala. Set far side. Edel off the block of the net. Popped up by Yon back row. Running bump set far side. Tipped inside the block by Edler. Kept up and King frees it near line. Popped up by Morgan and off the up box. And that will end the run.
Fleming doesn't look rattled, though.
No. And Taylor King with the serve. They went on a 15-0 run the last time she had the serve. Far side swing. Edler off the block of the net. Popped up by Chintala back row. France set near side. Janaea Daly over the top of the block. Dug out by Morgan. Popped up on the front row by Edler, and Jan will push it near side. Popped up by Daly. Set down the middle. Keisel with a big swing. Far side. Dug out by Jan. Lambrecht chased it down, and Taylor inside the antenna will be popped out back row by Chintala. Set far side. McCall Edel frees it down the line. Popped up by Morgan on the back line. Set down the middle for Pierce. Her swing. Block back down and in. Timmy Keisel. Is that 6? We need to put up a second hand to signal the number of step blocks somebody has.
That's good for them.
That's very good. She'd like you to have to take your shoes off, too.
Isn't that Timmy?
It is. It is. Line down the middle by King. Popped up high back row by Taylor. Set and the tip over by Pierce. Ball checked out backside. Short set by Edel for Daly over the top of the block. Dug out by Jan, but it'll go down and in for a kill. That's 4 kills.
Oh, I'm sorry.
5 kills for Janaea Daly. And back to serve goes King once again. Flied into the net. So she gets a measly 3-0 run on her serve this time. Anything pales in comparison
I was
to
going to
15.
say, most people would like 3 points.
Kayla Lewis back to serve up 10-9 for the Caliche Lady Buffs. Lewis hammers it down the middle. Popped up by Chintala back row. France short set. Timmy Keisel near side. Chased down by Lambrecht. Pierce will turn, line it down. Dug out by King. Punched over by Daly. Lewis pops it up. Lambrecht set far post for Edler. She hangs. Pops it off the block and it drops. Caliche has a very straightforward attack method as Edler comes up with her 7th kill. And she went away from that time. She hung and waited for the block to start peeling down and then used the block. Lewis will line the serve near side. Popped up, set, tip over by Janaea Daly. One-armed out by Edler. Bumped up and Edler down the middle. She'll tip it near line. Dug out by Janaea Daly, who does the splits. Far side, Edel will tip it over. Popped up by Lambrecht back row. Edler sets down the middle. Pierce swing, banged off the block. Popped up by France far side. Edel bumps that up near side. Janaea Daly over the top of the block. Popped up by Edler back row. Back to Edler on the far post. Goes the set. Down the line and in for a kill. Again, hung. Block drop. She hit right over the top of it. That's 8 kills for Rachel Edler after having 5 hitting errors in the first set. She's been the feature of the offense today. 12-9 Buffs. Kayla Lewis back to serve. This is a 3-0 run for them. Fly far side, fielded by King, back row, set down the middle. Timmy Keisel banged off the block. Edler keeps it up on the front row. Lambrecht will set. Pierce near side, bangs it into the net. Pierce was turned almost with her back to the net from fielding that ball, and Lambrecht couldn't see it behind her. Got to get square. That's 2 hitting errors
on Pierce.
Ends the 3-0 run. Chintala with the serve. Short dug out by Lewis. Back onto the Wildcat side. Punch back down by Abby Kurtzer. It's 4 kills for Abby, and back within 1 are the Cats here in the third, up 2-0. Chintala with the serve. Fly deep. Popped up backside by Jan. Set over to Edler on the post. She hangs. Hammers it near side. Popped up by King. Set near post for Janaea Daly. Rejected back by Megan Pierce. Caliche's throwing solos up at the net. They're going 5 back to try and frustrate this Fleming defense or offense.
Well, it's about what you have to do with that many weapons.
Yeah. That's what so many teams try to do to WNCC. Line down the middle, and ace for Taylor Weingart gets the team back up by 3, 14-11 here in the third. 25-21, 25-10. Fleming took the first two. I think they only had one error in the entire second set. That was the service error by Taylor King that ended
to end a 14-0 run.
A huge run. Near side, Abby Kurtzer, big swing through the block, and out she'll get the kill. Bornoff and Herbert will check on. It's 5 kills for Abby Kurtzer. Bornoff flies a serve down the middle, popped up back row by Kaylee Lewis, set it up for Edler. She'll bang it off the block and get the kill. One and done on the serve. That's now 9 kills for Rachel Edler. And Edler with the serve. Line down the middle, popped up by Chintala, back row, Bornoff near side. Abby Kurtzer, big swing off the block. Couldn't turn the block right at the net, and it goes out. Good tool for the kill. That's 6 kills for Abby Kurtzer as Janaea Daly takes the serve. Line down the middle, popped up back row by Weingart. Shoot set far side. Jan banged off the block, caught the line, stuffed back by Abby Kurtzer. It's her third. 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15 stuff blocks for Fleming in this match. Line serve down the middle, fielded by Lewis. Back row, set it up, and off the block of the net goes Jan. Popped up by Bornoff. Kurtzer will set near side. King frees it down the near line. Popped up by Lambrecht. Morgan will set. Far side, Jan bangs it off the block. Kept up at the net, but not cleanly. Jan will get the kill. Jess Taylor will check back in. Caliche up. That's the sixth kill for Jan. 16-14. Scoreboard is incredibly slow this morning. Set far side in the attack. Kurtzer near side. Popped up back row by Lambrecht and a free ball over by Jess Taylor. Flied short, popped up by Chintala. Bornoff will set near side. King, big swing, blocked to the net. Janaea Daly keeps it up. Bornoff will go back far side for Abby Kurtzer. Cross near line, too wide now. Lead back out to 3 for the Caliche Lady Bus, trying to force the fourth. Lambrecht back to serve, flies it down the middle. Popped up back row by Chintala. Bornoff sets it over, and it gets down. Good pancake attempt by the Buffs. It's the first kill for Caitlin Bornoff against Pete's. I think she had 5 from the setter position. Abby Kurtzer will fly the serve far side. Dug out by Jan, back onto the Wildcat side. Taylor, unsure if that was a third hit or not. If it had touched the block, tried to hit it over and hit it under. And a tie. Abby Kurtzer will knock the serve down the middle, too big and out. Sammy Morgan takes the serve for the Caliche Lady Buffs. Morgan punches in near line, popped up by King, back row, back to King on the near post. Big swing down and in. Keisel and France on. France will get the serve as Taylor King got her 6th kill. France punches the serve down the far side, popped up by Edler back row. Set for Pierce on the far post. She'll go deep, dug out by Chintala, blocked back near side by Pierce, popped up by King, back onto the Buff side. Popped up by Jan Pierce, trying to tip it far line, tipped it too wide now. Rachel France gets that tie at 18 all.
You feel like Caliche is just controlling this set and we're tied. Does that tell you how good Fleming's doing?
Absolutely. Near side swing, Jan, too big. She did not get the tip on the block, and Fleming has taken the lead 19-18. Timeout by Caliche.
Bob Mollender and Daryl McCormick bringing you this timeout. And with Aflac, if you're hurt or sick, just give them a call. They can help you with Aflac Insurance to help you when you're hurt or sick. 522-2309.
District results from other districts. District 1 at Olathe High School today. Championship is between Dove Creek and Norwood. Plateau Valley and Vale Christian playing for 3rd place. District 2 out of McClave and Wiley High School down south. Eads won that one over Kit Carson. Shinewells and McClave were playing for 3rd. No results on that. At Otero Junior College, the championship saw Wiley top Kim. Walsh and Hawley. Walsh beat Hawley to take 3rd place. And then District 5, we already told you Otis swept Idalia earlier today. You can see all the results, coloradopreps.com. Rachel France with the serve, line down the near side, misplayed by Sammy Morgan, and ace makes it 20-18 in favor of Fleming. It's a 5-0 run for the Wildcats.
They're just never out of it.
No, not at all. France will step back with the serve. She'll punch it down the middle, popped up by Weingart back row, chased down by Edler, and a free ball be played over by Lambrecht. Far line checked up by McCall Edel, set onto the near post for Taylor King. She'll float her over the top of the block of the net. Popped up, jousted at the net, won by Taylor, kept in play, and Chintala frees it over. Checked up by Lambrecht, back row. Taylor will set. Down the middle, Megan Pierce. She's banged off the block, kept up by Yon. Set back to Yon, far side, over the top, near side. Popped up by Janae Daly. Set down the near side. Taylor King, big swing off the block, chased down by Weingart, back row. Lambrecht will set far side for Yon. She'll bang it down the line, dug up by Chintala on the backside. Set France near side. King tips it over the top of the block, kept up off the block, and a free ball be played over by Weingart. Checked up by Chintala, front row, set down the middle. Timmy Keisel tip near side, ball popped up. Taylor pushes it near line. Popped up by Janaea Daly, back row, near side swing. King banged off the block, kept up by Daly. Joust at the net, won by Pierce. Tip back over by King and down. Wildcats up 21-18, a 6-0 run, most of it on the serve of Rachel France. 7th kill for Taylor King. France lines it down the middle, popped up back row by Weingart, set it up for Pierce, far side, bangs it off the block, dug out backside by Janaea Daly. Set near side, Taylor King, big swing, dug out back row by Edler, Lambrecht underneath it, shoots it off far side, Yon arcs it down the line. Dug up by Chintala on the back row, short set down the middle, banged off the block of the net by Keisel, checked up by Pierce, set far side, Yon pushes it inside the antenna, popped up high, Edel will set near side, Taylor King, big swing, down and in for a kill. 22-18, and another timeout taken by Caliche after the 8th kill from Taylor King. District 6 at Centennial High School saw Levita beat Centennial for the championship. Cotopaxi beat Primero to get out as a 3 seed. Hanover High School is the site for today's District 7. Stratton, Edison, Deer Trail, and Flagler all playing one another to get out of that. In District 8, the championship games today in that. Rocky Mountain Lutheran Community Christian in the championship. Jim Elliott and Bellevue Christian in the 3rd place game. And the winner of this one and the 3rd place of this one will welcome in 2nd place, which I project to be Rocky Mountain Lutheran out of District 8. I think that's next Friday here at the Event Center. And then the 2nd place team will have to go to Community Christian, who is my projected champ, and the winner of Jim Elliott and Bellevue Christian in that one. All the regional pairings are also on coloradopreps.com. Kevin Schaefer will have those for you. It's a little early in the day to be thinking about that, but
exactly.
My brain is always moving. 22-18, Fleming 3 away from winning and a sweep. Diving dig over into the net and a free ball over by Edler. Popped up by Chintala, back row for Fleming. Set down the middle. Keisel tips it over the top of the block of the net. Diving dig out. Lambrecht sets down the middle. Pierce punch near side. Popped up by Janaea Daly. Ball chased down in a back row swing for Chintala. Hammer deep, 2 deep and out. Caliche needs a huge run as Hannah Yon will come in to serve. Yon, the senior, lines it near side. Popped up by Chintala, back row, far side. Taylor King rejected back, and in the net went Rachel Edler on the far side. Jeanette Lambrecht does not agree. 23-19. King lines the ball near line, caught the line for an ace, and it's match point for Fleming. If I were to say one of the first 2 matches would go in a sweep, I would not have put my money on this one,
no.
But Fleming has 5 cracks to do just that. King, after her 4th ace, lines it near side, 2 wide now. She went Duck Dynasty on that one.
Exactly.
Kaylee Lewis will come on to serve. Lewis hammers the serve down the near side, popped up by Chintala, back row. Set far side, McCall Edel bangs it off the block of the net, popped up back row by Sammy Morgan. Set far side, Edler, big swing, too big and out. And Fleming has won the opening match of the day in a sweep, 3 sets to none. 25-21, 25-10, and 25-20. Caliche now 0-1 in a tough place because they have to play back-to-back against Weldon Valley and Pawnee later on this afternoon and have to take at least one of those to have a chance to get out of this tournament. Fleming, not that they can cruise, but getting that one win, you all but assure yourself the advancement out of this tournament. Do that early in the day and then focus on winning your 7th straight District 4 championship. I'm Ben Blecka alongside Michael Murphy. We'll toss it back to the studios and we'll wrap things up here for the first match. Weldon Valley and Pawnee coming up in 15 minutes, so stick with us on this big-time small-town media production.
Wernsman Homes and Construction, LLC is an authorized WordCraft builder. Wernsman Homes is a general contractor and can handle your building needs from an ICF foundation, remodel, or a brand new home. Contact Jerry or Cindy Wernsman at 970-265-4895 and let Wernsman Home do the building for you. Visit their website at www.wernsmanhomes.com and let Wernsman Homes be your contractor, now and in the future. 970-265-4895.
Support of our area students and student athletes is paramount in their success. That's why Caliche Booster Club wants to invite you to support your local athletes and students in whatever town you're in. The Caliche Booster Club is proud to support the Buffs in all sports and all activities all season long. For more information on how you can become a member of the Caliche Booster Club, contact Caliche High School at 522-8200. And if you're not a Caliche Buff supporter, be a supporter of the area students and student athletes in your area. Your complete source for Northeast Colorado real estate is the brand new Vandenberg Realty, LLC. With more than a decade of experience in real estate in Northeast Colorado, Sam Vandenberg at Vandenberg Realty wants to help you find the right house that is for you. Or if you're selling, she wants to help make the selling process as simple and profitable for you as possible. Assisting all customers in Northeast Colorado, contact Sam at Vandenberg Realty by calling 970-526-6851. Vandenberg Realty, helping build the Northeast Colorado community.